first off, as the season plays out, and you're kind of, you figure out what your roster is going to look like, what you're going to lose, what's going to stay in your program, what you're going to lose, and you start filling in gaps. And we obviously, we knew we were losing Tabella, so we needed a dynamic, guy that could help us, kind of play that role a little bit. Once Kerr, made the decision to transfer, we knew we needed, more experience in the backcourt, and we had this young kid, Kylan Boswell, coming on, but we were really fortunate to be, get a kid like Jaden Bradley, and Jaden's somebody we recruited really hard the first time around, and lost, straight up, hard recruiting battle to Alabama, and and Jaden went there, and for whatever reason he decided he wanted to change the scenery, and so we were lucky to get him the second time around because he's going to be a great addition to our program. And we were kind of settled in there. We were good. We got a couple international kids we were excited about, and then Caleb was kind of like the last big piece to the puzzle we were able to get, and to be honest with you, it was nothing crazy. We thought he was going to Michigan, and so we'd kind of moved on and felt good. We actually felt really good where we were at, and when it kind of looked like there was an opportunity for him to seriously consider Arizona, we kind of took stock and felt like it would be a welcome addition to our program. So now we got to go out and do it.
You mentioned Kylan Boswell. What can a full, healthy offseason look like for him and to hit the ground running?
Kylan's still the youngest player on our team. And he's obviously really talented, and he's a great kid, and he's worked real hard. I think a big part of his growth is still going to be gaining experience. He's also had really successful games in the Pac-12 already as a 17-year-old.
Every offseason so far we've seen Oumar Ballo make those big jumps, go from Sixth Man of the Year, most improved player in the Pac-12. What do you foresee for him, and how much of a steady presence has he been in the middle for you?
Well, I make no bones about it. I always want to have the access to the biggest, strongest guys on the court, and he definitely gives you that presence. And fortunate for me, he's an extremely loyal guy who's really high character, and he's worked himself through struggle to kind of come out on the other side. So I'm excited to see him be rewarded for that. But don't assume because last year went good that this year is going to go better. I think he's primed to have a really consistent high-level year.
What do you foresee for Pelle Larsson this year and his role?
I think Pelle just continue to keep growing, keep growing in what he's already established. He's a coach's dream. Plays incredibly hard, has an incredible care factor. Everything he does is going to be rooted in the team being successful. So that's just who he is by nature, which is a great thing. So individually, I'm sure there's going to be nights where he shines, but I think at the end of the day, that's not the most important thing for him. I think the most important thing for him is playing the right way and his team being successful. So I think he'll continue to do that.
What went into the scheduling for the non-conference? I know each and every year you're trying to bring in big-time matchups, but it seems like this year it's especially ramped up.
Well, Arizona's a national program, and so I think we need to schedule that way. And there was no crazy master plan. It's just kind of how it played out. And this year we're not doing like a 3-game MTE like a Maui. So, maybe our schedule looks pretty daunting because we already know who the opponents are going to be and they're spread out a little bit. But, you also, if you play in, a Maui and, you could play 3, ranked teams like I think we did last year. We played 3 ranked teams in 3 days. You just don't know it until it starts plays it out because it's based on winning and losing is going to dictate your next opponent. So I'm excited. I know it's going to be incredibly challenging. I'm sure there's going to be some significant bumps in the road, but I think it's what our program needs, and I think it's what these players need in order for us to develop to be the best team we can be.